Hi guys, I showed you this little radio controlled car I picked up for 50p in the charity shop. Golden Oldies. Two cars I picked up. This one was 50p and the other was £1, so £1.50 in total. It's got a charging socket on the bottom there. I could take it apart and see what battery it's got in it, but I'm guessing it'll probably be, oh, I think we can actually see it through there. Can we? It's probably an old NiCad battery. I doubt whether it's a LiPo. Might be safest to take it apart and have a look. Because what I'm thinking of doing is using this Nokia charger, which has an output of 3.7 volts, which should be alright for most LiPo batteries. And it feels like it fits perfectly. But we'll take it apart and just see if we can see what batteries are in it first. The only problem with taking them apart is that usually means the wires fall off the receiver and that sort of thing, and you can't get it back together again without a bit of soldering. Right, well, that's our batteries, two of them. Well, we've got it open. We can see the steering mechanism. So we've got a little motor there, gear, big gear, oh, small pinion gear on the motor, to a big gear, to a small gear, to a big gear, to a small gear, to a big gear, driving this spinny front axle. Although actually that looks like it's not making contact. Oh yeah, it is doing. Yeah, looks like it might work. And then at the back end, it's glued together, but we've got a similar motor going crosswise, and we've got a gearbox there. So we've got the motor goes across that way. It's in a plastic cover so you can't quite see it. That'll be small motor, small gear, pinion gear onto a big gear, onto a small gear, onto a big gear on the back axle. As I say, they've glued it together, so it's not easy to get the batteries out and check what they are. If they're nickel metal hydride or NiCad, then they'll be 1.2 volts each, so that's 2.4 volts. So 3.7 might be a bit too much for it. I'll go and see if I can rig something else up that we can charge it with. Something like 3 volts, two 1.5 volt batteries. I've got this double-ended lead. Actually comes off that radio controlled submarine I picked up a while back. So if I just measure coming out of the socket, oh, got about 0.5 volt coming out, with positive in the middle and negative on the outside. If I use the charger unit for that submarine, it actually wants to give us, what's that, 6 1.5 volt batteries, 9 volts. Well, we don't want all that, so I'm going to strap some of them out so we only get 3 volts out of it. So that's what that yellow wire is. We do the same again. I've got enough fingers. Alright, 2.6 volts. I could probably go for one more battery than that. .7. I don't know. No, I won't risk it. I'll go for just 2 batteries to begin with. 2.4 volts. See if that does anything. So we'll leave that on there for a while. And there's no charging light come on. We'll leave it like that for a while, see if anything happens. If that doesn't do anything, we'll try an extra battery. We'll work our way up. Well, that's only been on charge for about 5 minutes. But I've got this transmitter, 49 megahertz, and it's not perfectly matched. If I move the transmitter away, it's not so good. We've got steering, and we've got forwards and backwards. So it might just be that it's not fully charged yet. We'll leave that going for a while and then try it out. Well, it appears to have taken some charge, but clearly my transmitter's not a perfect match for it. I need to hold it very close to get the signal. Oh, and also forwards and reverses are reversed on this one. So if I go forwards, it goes backwards. It's quite nippy. So 50 pence. Well, if I ever get the right controller, it's alright. As it is, we've certainly got a working motor front and back, and gearboxes that work, and we have got a receiver that works, but not very well with this transmitter. There's a couple of playlists up here with similar projects, so you might like to have a look at them. And if you want to subscribe, then click over here on my icon. So, into the junk box for a future project, I think.